Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome. If you are a subscriber, thank you and welcome back. My name is Ailia, and this is Alethea Tarot, where we will gently tap into the flow of energy and unveil what it is you need to know now. These are all timeless readings, so trust that this video found you when it was meant to. If this reading resonates with you, please like the video and consider subscribing to this channel. These are all forms of energy transference and will help me pick up on your energy stronger in the future. As with all things, allow your intuition to guide you forward. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and the unified love of the cosmic consciousness. Thank you for helping me see and speak clearly and truthfully the messages that come through today. Starting the reading off beautifully with the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the High Priestess. So for some of you, your intuition has led you to some sort of fulfillment and success. Yeah, with the sun coming out right as I say that. This could be in terms of work. This could be in terms of your art or your craft. This could be just about creating a place of peace and harmony and safety and security. You were able to use your intuition to guide you to the right thought and the right action, which lies at the cusp of light and dark. Yeah, with the Seven of Swords coming out, it's like there was a part of you that even maybe had to exercise a level of cunning, but not in a way, with the Hierophant, not in a way that was harmful to anyone. You just had to behave in a certain way to get the results that was necessary, is what I'm hearing. So it's almost a little bit like the way you might, maybe convince, I don't know, the analogy I'm getting in my head is like the way you might convince a child to clean their room because that might be like a thing that their favorite TV personality or cartoon character or action hero would like want from them. It's like being sneaky and cunning in a way that is actually for the highest good, because you see this Seven of Swords with the Hierophant. So again, this is about doing it in a way that is not harmful for anyone, doing it in like creating the energy of stability and peace and love, and doing it in a way that maybe was a little sneaky, or that you had to use your cunning, but it's really for the benefit of everyone involved. It's not done in a way that is intentionally harmful, or any sort of like lie that is going to really hurt someone. I'm also seeing the High Priestess and the Hierophant here together with the Sun. So this could have to do with you really balancing and marrying your internal masculine and your internal feminine. So, the masculine is all about action. The feminine is all about intuitive flow. And so, when those two energies are not working together, then you can see kind of what we could define as like toxic masculinity or toxic femininity. But when they are working very well together, they will sort of come in here and really support each other. So the feminine, the internal feminine, knows what it is that she wants to create. The masculine is here to support and to put that into action and to make that into a reality. But the way that the masculine does it is through integrity, is through in alignment with their sense of honor and their sense of morality. So this masculine is being guided by the feminine. This masculine is putting into the world an action that is not only supported by the feminine, but also it's like to be gently eased in the right direction by the feminine. So this could be an internal energy playing out, and this can also be an external energy playing out. Why right now it feels more like an internal energy is because of this Queen of Wands. She is the most masculine of the queens. So this is someone who is strongly embodied in their emotional, intuitive sense of self, while also having a very strong will and the ability to put into action what it is they desire. This queen is able to grow the things that she wants to grow with the sunflower here and the wand with the leaves on top, while having a strong relationship with their intuitive side, with their daemon. And I don't mean demon, I mean daemon, like Daimon. This is their spirit guide. This is the voice that guides them through these actions into this Nine of Pentacles energy, into this energy of abundance, of fulfillment. These are two beings who have tamed their intuition, who have tamed the voice in their head, who have created the reality in which their mind is working for them and not against them. So this is really, really beautiful. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. So this is all about what it is that you want to create right now. You've really set yourself up in a way where you are able to create what you want. And you are willing and able to have that shadow support you. So again, you know, what this looks like could be using your wit, using your cunning in a way that allows you to get what it is that you need without hurting or harming other people. This could be, you know, something like maybe boosting somebody's sense of self. You might not necessarily see them as maybe they're not actually like a generous person, but you know that if you are to tell them that they are kind and that they are generous, and to thank them for their kindness and their generosity, that this will actually make them want to be that person. So yes, in a way you might be speaking an untruth because they're not actually a generous person. But you know that if you were to, you know, juice up their ego, so to speak, and to thank them, like, oh, you know, you're so generous and you're so thoughtful, and those are all the things that I love so much about you, this will actually create an energy of generosity in them. So you're using your wit and your cunning to create divine action moving forward. And it's recognizing that very fine line between wit and lying to someone. This is not about lying to someone, like if you have done wrong and you've done harm and you're lying to try and get away from the problem, or you're trying to lie to displace accountability and to misplace blame. This is not that energy. This is about using your internal masculine and your internal feminine to understand how to navigate situations in order to create the best possible outcome, while also generating an energy that is for everyone's highest good. I hope that made sense. Is there anything else I can share from the tarot for this beautiful soul that is watching this video right now? I'm not feeling anything more from the tarot, although we have the star at the bottom of the deck. So again, we're talking about a period of peace and harmony and balance. You know, again, with the Seven of Swords, a lot of times people will see that card as being sneaky and this idea of theft. But this person is performing a small somewhat harmless action in order to prevent a bigger war. So it's about taking action to achieve the desired result without harm to anyone. Liminality. I'll have to check the guidebook. Is there any other cards that want to come through in this deck? Doesn't feel like it. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to find the book for it. Which I can't. Oh, found it. Liminality. Liminality. So it's about the liminal things or the liminal spaces. And the book here says, there's something so empowering to me about not being confined to one or the other, life or death, adulthood or childhood, man or woman, good or bad. The in-between is a liberatory space in a world ruled by binaries. A space where we can be free to just be and to push back against our fear of ambivalence. Ambivalence and liminality are spaces of transformation, messiness, and possibility. You're no longer a caterpillar, but not yet a butterfly. Who are we in this in-between state? Another reason we find the liminal so challenging is because of that aforementioned, oh, there's another card here, aforementioned reliance on binaries with their clearly delineated edges between this and that. But once we let go of this rigid way of thinking, we can take pleasure in the goo. And hiding under that was the delight card. And so I find this very fitting, actually, to this reading today, because we're talking about this energy in between. Yeah, we're talking about it's not just 100% always truth, always honesty, always goodness, only this. It's not about choosing one side of the polarity and foregoing the other side, the side that you don't want to accept. This is about accepting all aspects of the self. You know, this is about recognizing that in each of us is a balance between good and bad, masculine, feminine. And, you know, and like in the example I used earlier, if one was to only ever say, I only am of the light, then to to tell someone that they're generous when they're not is considered lying, which is considered bad, which is considered immoral, and we can't do that, and that's no good. But if you can speak something like that and not only activate the individual into the side of them that is generous, but also create more generosity in the world, then is that bad? Is that a bad lie? Is that immoral? We're talking about this like very gray area, this very like in between area. And it is so much about you honoring all aspects of yourself, including the shadow aspects of yourself, including the part of yourself that has been told is bad and is wrong and is shameful. Now, again, we don't ever want to justify doing something that will cause harm or cause hurt to anyone, including yourself. However, there is a flexibility when it comes to creating what it is that you want moving forward. In this case, is stealing bad? If this person is stealing swords from an enemy camp in order to avoid a bigger fight and a bigger war, by doing that, they're actually stopping bloodshed and they're stopping people from losing their lives. Then who is to say whether or not this theft is a negative, bad action? Because stealing is bad, but they're preventing something worse from happening by doing a thing that doesn't actually physically harm anyone. They're actually preventing harm. And so we're really focused on this space in between and allowing yourself to sit in these liminal spaces, allowing yourself to be present with all forms of yourself. I'm feeling guided to look up the writing on delight as well, which is the card that was hiding under liminality. So let me see. Delight is that feeling of great satisfaction, pleasure, and happiness, all of which might be very hard to access when you live with trauma because of our brain's sweet, sweet negativity bias. Now let's say you can actually access delight. What about expressing it? Do you feel like you need to keep this delight all to yourself, hidden from the eyes of others? If you've answered yes to that question, I feel you. Expressing delight can be terrifying for many reasons. We might fear that if we name our delight, it will be taken away from us. Or perhaps we grew up in homes where we didn't receive verbal affirmation from our caregiver. The lack of expressed delight makes us yearn for it and distrust it when it occurs. It's likely the case that we have a very vocal inner critic who loves to tell us all of the ways that we suck and is resistant to receiving any sort of positive feedback. The antidote to shame and our inner critic is practicing self-compassion. Whenever we hear a negative self-talk story come up, try to find something that you can celebrate. Instead of, I should never try anything new because I always mess it up, try, even though that didn't go as planned, I'm proud of myself for trying a new thing. Let's say you got triggered. Instead of, I clearly haven't healed enough, try, I'm proud of myself for my commitment to healing. Some days will feel harder than others, I don't have to be perfect. And now, so this is bringing to mind that all of this energy that I talked about earlier can be very much an internal energy. Absolutely. Like this delight is bringing up the fact that you can use your own wit, and you can use that, again, internal masculine and feminine, to create the you that you want to birth forward with the Sun card. Create the you that you want to be, and maybe it feels for the moment like you're lying to yourself, because everyone has always told you that you're not good at something, or you're not good enough for this, or you always mess this up. And it's about using that wit and shifting in that liminal space, shifting it around so that what you put forth is something that is going to be supportive and healing and uplifting, and will create the output that is actually for your highest good and for the highest good of everyone around you. Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Yeah, double mission. It's kind of exactly like what I was saying, because this is internal and external. This is not just about the ways that you use this type of energy to support yourself and uplift yourself and encourage yourself. It's about using that same energy externally to assist the people around you into being the highest version of themselves. You're channeling not only for yourself, but for the people that are around you. And this is how we create this peace and abundance and feeling of safety and serenity. So that's it. That was the last card. Okay. Good to know. The bottom of the deck, Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So I know that this was kind of a very specific message. I hope that this found whoever that it needed to find today. And if you are someone who is moving through this liminal space right now, I want you to confirm to yourself that compassion is the cure. Compassion is the cure. It's not about judging yourself. It's not about allowing that shame body or that guilt body to activate. It's having compassion with yourself, having compassion with the people around you. And if you want to really seed that into being, I want you to type in the comments, compassion is the cure. And if you journal, try and write that in your journals as well, to sort of really allow that energy to take hold and to grow roots. If this message was for you, I hope it found you. Thank you for staying until the end of the video. Again, if you resonated with this reading, please like the video, consider subscribing to the channel, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.